Ah, yes, my top 10 greatest point guard of all time. As you know, the game of basketball is a pretty positionless sport. And yes, although Trey Young cannot play the center position, or the power forward, or Rudy Gobert play the shooting guard position or the point guard, relatively speaking, this is how I believe the greatest that can call themselves point guards, which is bringing up the ball and facilitating the play for their team. This is my definition of a point guard. And these are the players that do it best. Starting at number 10, Isaiah Thomas, and I put Gary Payton in there. Kind of interchangeable depending on your taste. And the way that I did it is because, to me, if from a perspective of starting a team, like rebuild or something like that, I would choose Gary Payton, just bigger. And people underestimate Gary Payton. Gary Payton was a very, very good player. He's actually better than Russell Westbrook, XYZ, because of his efficiency and his two-way play. Nobody wants to talk about his efficiency, but Gary Payton was very efficient. But I put Isaiah Thomas on top of him just because of the championship and leading the Detroit Pistons to their multiple wins. One thing about Isaiah Thomas is the fact that he was in a pretty super team. Vinnie Johnson, who else? John Long, I believe that's his name, the number seven that starts with a Capricolt or something like that. Bill Lambier, Cliff Livingston, just all these players. Isaiah Thomas was surrounded by a super team, and which gave him oh, Dennis Rodman, yeah. Out of this super team, he was the best player. Unfortunately, he had a career cut short due to injuries, but it would have been interesting to see what he could have done in another team or just as him as an individual, but he gets the edge just because of conquering and beating Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, and a Michael Jordan. At number nine, I'll put Bob Cousy. Bob Cousy led his the NBA in points and assists. And not until Bill Russell came into the picture, that's when he actually discovered himself a kind of easier ease to his game. Bob Cousy, with his assist, with his vision and playmaking, had a all-time defensive player that could innovatively run across the court. That was innovative. Bill Russell could do that at a very fast pace, and not only that, Bill Russell could defend amazingly, which is why I put him. Also, Bob Cousy has won MVP, and which kind of put him on the edge. Once again, you can exchange him with Jason Kidd. Jason Kidd is sort of like a smallish pit bull, um, all around player. He will give you the low triple doubles, the 10, 10, and 10, but his IQ is out of this world. Once again, if I was to start a team, that's where I came up with that conversation. And my number eight is Steve Nash. Steve Nash, 50, 40, 90 kind of a guy. And his offense is way greater than his defense, which is why I put him over there. And of course, with two MVPs at an era where you have Kobe Bryant, Shaq. He's a point guard. He's not even going above 25 points per game. But because of his efficiency, and that's the thing, his efficiency is so incredible 50, 40, 90. How many I don't know how many times he does it, but that's just his bread and butter. And so I put Steve Nash over there, and unfortunately, did not get to the finals. But uh, put him on another team, and we'll see the Mike D'Antoni system. Uh, Trials and errors, but the San Antonio Spurs were just too big. I'm a number seven, and why is James Harden so low? Oh, James Harden is a shooting guard. No, James Harden is actually a point guard masquerading as a shooting guard. I know that you see somebody on top of there that's missing, but James Harden is number seven to me, and the reason why he's so low is because of his vanish or his Houdini in the playoffs. A great regular season player, an outstanding regular season player, but when it comes to playoff, he seems to vanish. But yet, I put him above Steve Nash because I believe that James Harden's Although Vanish or Houdines in the playoffs is kind of a little bit better in the playoff than showed more playoff success than Steve Nash. Would have won several more MVPs if it was not for a historically great team in the Warriors and just everything here and there. Um, he should have gotten the one in 2015, arguably, but 2018 was his. 2019, he could have gotten that, but I think the NBA just wanted to go on a different route with Giannis. At my number six, Chris Paul, longevity and a more successful playoffs, which put him ahead of James Harden for me. Chris Paul, anywhere that he goes, he makes his team better. Anywhere that he goes, he puts them in a position to win. This is incredible. At 6 foot, he changes the franchises around. This is the kind of play that the Jason Kidd, a Gary Payton, just you introduce them to a system and they change it for you. They make it better on both sides of the ball. And Chris Paul did that. Unfortunately for him, he has a reputation. Um, he obviously just got cut from the Clippers. Sometimes a very questionable type of leadership, but it worked. He got the job done, at least specifically in his prime and later down his years. Wonderful point guard, an all timer. He's up there. Unfortunately, due to injuries, he did not get that opportunity, but he did put his team in finals position, the Phoenix, and almost, if he was not injured, I believe that in 2018 he would have gotten to the finals with James Harden, and they put some good fight with the 2018 Stack Warriors. Number five, Jerry West. Rest in peace, Jerry West. Jerry West is a combination of James Harden and Chris Paul in the sense of his defensiveness mind, like a Chris Paul, but he's offensive, like a James Harden, and he was never scared during the regular season and in the playoff to score. His final stats, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. A two-way player that could score the ball. Unfortunately, going against the Bill Russells, going against the Will Chamberlains, a stacked era of players, Oscar Robinson, but he still got managed to get a Finals MVP. In the losing side, maybe he would have gotten an MVP, but that's for another day. Oscar Robertson, Mr. Triple Double. What can I say? In fact, if you interesting thing, if you really want to know how Oscar Robertson got his triple double, him and Dennis Rodman had a interesting way of getting rebounds, which is when the ball is about to get down from the rim, they will do like this split in midair to kind of like a skunk or something, mark the territory of no player, no defensive player to come around them. It's you just research it. It's very interesting to get the rebounds. But Oscar Robertson, a very efficient player, an MVP. He got his championship once again. A hard road in a very in an era full of a lot of stars. I mean, it's hard to go against the all-time Boston Celtics at that time. Nikola Jokic, he's a point guard. I don't care what you say. This guy is new Mr. Triple Double. Although not there defensively, he can do everything offensively, especially making his teammates better. Um, three MVPs. I think he's gonna win this one. Let's see. Number two, Magic Johnson. What else can I say? Everything. A career cut short, unfortunately, due to inconvenience. But I believe that he would have been higher ranked and would have won more championship. What couldn't he do? In terms of in the modern day era, I believe that he would adjust. He would be like a better hardworking Ben Simmons, and yeah, he would be number two. Everything award. He would have won more championship. My last one, the greatest point guard of all time, LeBron James, can do everything. What can I say about him? Just he knows every play from every team. IQ is off the roof. Any position can guard 1 to 5. That is your greatest point guard. Thank you very much.